Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Tuesday, May 30th.
I am deeply disappointed by the actions of a company that purported to care about our community and its residents.
Palm Coast Mayor David Alfin says he's grossly disappointed by Waste Pro's behavior. Amy Cherry has our top story.
As the city ends its relationship with the waste hauler, Waste Pro has been going around collecting the free recycling bins it distributed to residents. Alfin called it an egregious stunt.
It is disheartening to see the company's true colors emerge as an unreliable and untrustworthy partner. We now question their integrity, realizing that their supposed care for residents was misplaced.
They have plans to fine Waste Pro $125 for every bin collected that belongs to a city resident. They're also considering a lawsuit. If your recycling bin was collected by Waste Pro, the city has a solution for you. Brittany Kershaw is the city's director of communications and marketing.
You can request a new recycling bin by creating a case on Palm Coast Connect.
Or, she says, you can use any container you already own.
Just be sure to clearly mark the container with the word recycle so that the contractor knows to empty the contents, but to return the container.
Residents can also email customer-service@palmcoastgov.com with any questions or concerns. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. The city of Palm Coast held its Touch-A-Truck event over the weekend and featured more than 75 vehicles from multiple agencies. Kids of all ages had the chance not only to touch, but to hop right into the driver's seat of everything from a dump truck to a fire ladder truck, even a SWAT vehicle. The kids were having fun and they were all picking their favorite trucks.
Bulldozer and excavator.
All right, and what's your favorites?
Bulldozer.
Bulldozer. You guys going to be in construction someday?
Yeah.
What vehicle do you like the best?
Ambulance.
The ambulance.
I want to work as an EMT because they help people.
Mayor David Alfin said it's all about the future.
We're also showing what the service to the kids can be so that maybe we'll even find some future firefighters, some future utility workers, some future mosquito control people, some future people to help us move the city forward.
Touch-A-Truck also served as the kickoff event for the second annual $1 Million Foodathon. The Grace Community Food Pantry, along with Flagler Broadcasting, is trying to raise $250,000 to buy more than $1 million worth of food to help those in need in Flagler County. This year, a friendly competition between the Flagler County Sheriff's Office, the Palm Coast Fire Department, and Flagler County Fire Rescue. They're competing to see who can raise the most money. Palm Coast Fire Chief Kyle Berryhill talks about the challenge facing off against the Flagler County Sheriff's Office.
Well, I'm surprised that they would be willing to do a challenge with us. I feel like it's not fair for them. If the community feels like they can help support the sheriff a little bit to make up for the difference in the love between the firefighters versus the sheriff's office, that'd be great. No, I'm teasing a little bit. We're great partners in the streets. But just like when my little brother wants to play me in basketball or golf or something, he cannot win. So if you want to show support for your fire department, please help us to raise the most money for this food-a-thon.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office was victorious in the past two chili challenges, and Flagler County Fire Rescue Chief Michael Tucker says those wins were controversial.
Well, the reality is that the sheriff has bought his way in the past two chili challenges because a lot of people don't realize that, he goes to Wendy's, and they buy their chili at Wendy's and then they bring it.
Tucker says the $1 Million Foodathon will be different.
We'll look forward to see what he can do, at this next event, but if he thinks he can buy his way into the championship, we would encourage him to beat us on this one as well. But the fire guys, we're gonna give him a run for his money. Our ultimate goal is to be $1 more than the sheriff.
Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley is looking forward to the challenge.
Well, we do win everything we do at the sheriff's office, but the fact of the matter is that we do have a secret weapon, and I'll announce it on your radio show when you're in the middle of the food-a-thon, and then they can go cry all the way to the bank.
The $1 Million Foodathon will be on the radio on WNZF July 14th at 9 in the morning. For more information, go to facebook.com/Flagler Foodathon. Improvements to Waterfront Park are coming along.
The construction of the Waterfront Park Improvement Project is making steady progress as contractors are currently installing a concrete boat access ramp and a floating dock launch pad. Eric Gibo, stormwater and engineering architect for the city of Palm Coast, says the new additions will bring great joy to kayak enthusiasts, providing you with an exceptional opportunity.
The floating dock has been launched and the citizens will be ready to set sail by midsummer. The next phase of the project is to complete the sidewalk installation and fully landscape the property.
Eric says residents are still able to access the shell path while the construction is ongoing. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
What happened to the Family Life Center?
Trish Giacconi is the CEO of the Family Life Center. She was on a recent episode of the Business Report and said that one of their major programs is not getting funding.
Unfortunately, a few weeks back, we learned that our domestic violence program was unfunded. Our domestic violence program is just for Flagler County.
Giacconi said that while the Family Life Center gets funding through the United Way and that they've applied for the full grant they need, they expected to get something but got nothing. The Business Report is on WNZF Saturday mornings at 10 and on the Flagler radio app. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Licio with your WNZF local sports update.
As first reported by WNZF Sports Friday afternoon, Steve DiAugustino stepped down as FPC Athletic Director. He has been with the school since 1981, serving as Athletic Director since 2007. Steve isn't leaving, though. He will lead the Physical Education Department and return to coaching, assisting FPC Wrestling, where he won 3 state championships as head coach. Flagler Palm Coast High School Principal Bobby Barsonet on DiAugustino's impact.
He's an icon. I mean, Coach D is a legend. He's what makes FPC. He's accomplished so much. I mean, I consider our sports program one of the best in the state, first class, top notch in everything he does. Tremendous impact. I mean, FPC wouldn't be FPC without Coach D.
FPC will begin the search for an athletic director this week. The Boston Celtics down 3-0 won games 4 and 5 to force game 6 against the Miami Heat Saturday night. The Heat erased a double-digit deficit to take a 103-102 lead with 3 seconds left.
Inbound to Smart. Turns and shoots the 3 left wing. Around and out! Miami! As a tip was good at the end, but I think the buzzer sounded. There was a tip, and they count it! Oh, they count the tip, and Boston wins it!
Game 7 last night in Boston, Caleb Martin stepped up in a big way with 26 points and 10 rebounds as the Heat spoiled Boston's attempt to become the first NBA team to win a series when trailing 3-0, defeating the Celtics 103-84. Miami advances to the NBA Finals, Game 1 Thursday in Denver. The Vegas Golden Knights defeated Dallas in the NHL Western Conference Finals last night. The Florida Panthers will travel to Las Vegas for Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final Saturday. A Mike Tauchman sack fly was the difference as Marcus Stroman one-hit the Rays in a 1-0 Cubs victory yesterday. That series continues tonight at 8:30. The Daytona Tortugas begin an 11-game road trip at Palm Beach tonight. Matanzas tennis player Stanislav Valentajek was selected to the News Journal's All-Area Tennis Team. His teammate Daniel Farage was honorable mention. We are your home for local sports with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the WNZF Sports Desk, I'm Mike Licio.